Hello and welcome to Yoga Tech It. My name is Lisette Pompa and this is Yoga for Beginners week 4. So welcome to your last week. Today it's all about standing postures. So understanding where to place your feet, where to place your legs, and how you stand when you're doing standing postures on a flow. To begin with, we're going to start just as we do, just in a comfortable seated position. You can bring your blocks close to you because we're probably going to use them and they're always nice to have around. And find your space on your mat. Close your eyes when you're ready. And start to connect to your breath. To this moment you have on your mat today, this 20 minutes ahead of you. Feel happy. Because you get to practice one more time and you get to understand and move a little bit more every time you get on your mat. Taking 2 more breaths there. And slowly blink your eyes open. There you go. We're going to start on all fours. Come onto your hands on your knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers, press your knuckles down on the floor, press your fingertips down onto the floor. We're going to go for that variation of cat-cow that we did last week. That it's a little bit different, so we're moving all the time. Inhale, send the tailbone back and up towards the ceiling, open the chest. Exhale as you round in, push the flow away from you. Good. Inhale, move back into child's pose. Relax the hands. And then exhale, push forward again into cat. Inhale, cow. Open the chest, the tailbone moves up, the chest moves forward. Exhale as you round in. Can you round as much as possible? Inhale, moving into child's pose. Hips move back to the heels. Exhale, coming forward into cat again. Again, inhale. Open the chest, extend the spine, look forward, shoulders draw back. Exhale, round and push the floor away from you. Inhale into child's pose. The hips move back. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow pose, open the chest. Exhale as you round in, push the floor away from you. Good. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, forward into cat. And as you inhale, just coming back to a neutral spine position, right on the center. Good. Move your hands a little bit more forward towards the top of the mat. One handprint there. Spread your fingers, extend and rotate the arms, tuck your toes on the floor. Send your hips back towards your heels. Can you push the flow away from you? Activate the arms, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Move them back to the wall behind you. Feel your legs. Do you need to keep your knees bent? Can you straighten the legs a little bit more? But feel that from your hands moving through the spine back to the hips. Can you find that length again? Good. Inhale, lift the right leg back and up to the ceiling. Remember your options. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between the hands. Help it if you need it, all the way forward. Low lunge, lower your left knee down to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, all the way up. Support the lower belly, open the chest as you look forward, maybe up towards the ceiling, going for a little bit more of a back bend here. Good, bring your hands down to the floor. Catch your blocks if you need. Half splits. Flex the right foot, lengthen the front leg. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. And exhale as you fall forward towards your right leg. And then you want to keep your hips somewhere kind of on top of your left knee. So if you feel your hips are really back, readjust your feet a little bit more so you can fold from hips on top of the back knee as you move forward towards the front leg. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Find space for the chest. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bring your hands back to the floor, stepping back into downward facing dog. Good. Take your time as you step back, however it works for you. Left side. Inhale, lift that left leg back and up or lower down to all fours. And then exhale as you step your left foot forward in between the hands, right knee down to the floor, low lunge. Inhale and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Once again, look forward, maybe up. Find that support on the lower belly. Lengthen the tailbone just a little bit so you find that support as you send your hips forward again. Good. Bring your hands back to the floor. Half splits. Send your hips back. Straighten that front leg. Flex the left foot. Inhale as you lengthen here, so find some space here as you hinge from your hips. Exhale and fold forward towards the left leg. Taking a few breaths here. And try and see if every exhale takes you closer towards the left leg. Maybe, maybe not. Don't worry, just find your breath. Can you connect back to your Ujjayi breath? Good. Inhale, lift up halfway, rebend on your front leg, downward facing dog. Stepping that left foot back, find your space. As you press your hands on the floor and stretch your hips back and up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward towards your hands, bend your knees. Exhale and step forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms over the head, reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Good, finding your Tadasana, as we always do, on the top of the mat. Once again, just establish your posture and feel that length. Feel your feet. Pressing the four corners of the feet down. Can you lift the arches of your feet? Can you lift the kneecaps? Not by pushing back again, just by lifting up. Can you feel the quads activating? Sit the lower belly in. So move your front ribs back, but let the chest be open. Relax the arms down by your side. Look forward just in front and smile a little bit. So enjoy your practice ahead of you too. On salutation A, inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge from your hips as you fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold again. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Remember Chaturanga again, and then lean forward onto the tippy toes. Lower the knees down to the floor. Hug the elbows in, lower halfway down, Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Look forward towards your hands. Inhale, bend your knees, get high on your toes. Exhale, step forward to the top. Inhale, lift up forward, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, press your feet on the floor. Lift all the way up to stand. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Once again, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower, Chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, lift up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Look forward towards your hands. Inhale, bend your knees, get high on your toes. Exhale, step or jump forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms over the head, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, bringing the arms down by your side. Take a moment here. And then I'll just talk a little bit here. So when we do standing postures, we want to think that whenever our hips are facing forward, then our feet want to go hip-width distance apart. So when we're talking about high lunge, so left foot and right foot hip-width distance apart. When I'm talking about pyramid pose, the one that is a little bit shorter, hip-width distance apart with the feet, so the heels have that connection kind of in line with the hips as we fall forward into pyramid pose. When we're talking about just Tadasana, you can go hip-width distance apart with your feet. When we're talking about hips opening postures, we're basically talking about heels in one line on the floor. So if we're talking about warrior two, when the hips are opening to the side of the mat, not pointing forward, so we're talking heel to heel, warrior two, Trikonasana, side angle pose that basically have the same base on the floor. Also hips facing forward would be warrior one. So that would be hip-width distance apart with your feet. So we're going to bring a little bit of attention into that as we move into the practice today. Okay? So once again, coming back onto the top of the mat in Tadasana. And again, Tadasana, feet together or hip-width distance apart to begin with. And then from here, we're going to right foot where it is. We're going to step into warrior two. So think from here, you're going to step that left foot back to the back of the mat. And because we're going to open the hips out to the side of the mat, we're going to go heel to heel on the floor because the hips are opening. So look down at your feet. You can keep your hands on your waist for a moment. So warrior two, heel to heel on the floor. That front leg, it's externally rotating. So that means that the right knee is going to point forward towards the top of the mat. Keep that external rotation on the right leg. And then if that left hip needs to move forward to keep that external rotation on the right leg, move it a little bit forward. Once you find the space for the right thigh, for the right leg, see if you can open that left hip out to the left again without letting the right knee collapse towards the left. Open the arms out to the sides, warrior two. We're going to move through a few postures with the same stance, so hips opening out to the side so you can feel the base working here. Good. Inhale, bring your right palm up towards the ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Keep the legs exactly as they are. Just lift the right arm up towards the ceiling and back to the wall behind you. What tends to happen here is that we want to straighten that front leg. Keep it bent exactly as it was before. Good. Move back into warrior two. Pause. Check again that the right knee stays on top of the right toes. Trikonasana, straighten your front legs and your right hip back, right fingertips forward. Drop the right hand down to a block, to the leg, or fingertips to the floor, but usually a block works really good here as you open the chest. Again, heel to heel on the floor. Right leg is externally rotating as you lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Imagine I'm pulling you from your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Come back into warrior two. So lift up and rebend on your front leg. Side angle pose. Right elbow to your right knee. Left arm moves all the way forward towards the top of the mat. If you want to go deeper from here, keeping the legs on that same position, right hand can move to the block. Maybe a little bit lower. Maybe even a little bit lower if it works for you. As you open the chest. Good. You're going to bring your left hand down to the floor. Hip-width distance apart with the feet. We're going to work now, okay? So shorten your stance. Bring your left foot in, pyramid pose. Bring the left foot in a little bit more. And if you look at your heels, think hip-width distance apart. So right toes are pointing forward, back foot is 45 degrees. And that hip-width distance apart helps me to bring that left hip forward towards the top of the mat. Grab your blocks. Inhale, lift up halfway to lengthen, or all the way up as high as possible on the blocks. Feel the hips squaring forward towards the top of the mat. That means that left hip moves forward, right hip moves back. Inhale here. Exhale and fold towards our front leg. Where can you go? Relax the neck. Maybe from here you can even look back towards your hips and see that somewhere they're kind of squared. Right in the center. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. And step your left foot forward, Tadasana. Keep a distance apart with your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, arms over the head, reach up. Exhale, arms down by your side. We do the same flow on the left side. So that left foot is going to stay there. The right foot is going to step back to the back of the mat. Warrior two. So big stance with the legs, with the feet, heel to heel on the floor. Good. Rebend on your left leg. And keep your hands on your waist for a moment. That probably the right toes have to move in a little bit. So make sure the right toes are not pointing back towards the back of the mat. So you have to move it in so that the right hip moves forward and allows that left hip to open out to the left. Left knee on top of your left toes. Gonna keep my left knee there and open the right hip out to the right a little bit more. Good. Open the arms out to the sides. Look forward towards your left fingertips. And all the time, feel this work with the hips. That left hip is opening out to the left. That right hip is finding the balance to open out to the right without dropping that left knee over towards your right side. Okay? Inhale, bring your left palm up to the ceiling. Keep the legs just as they are. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch up without straightening your left leg. Good. Come back to warrior two. Shake your legs. Good. Trikonasana. Straighten your front leg. Send your left hip back. Left fingertips forward. And bring your left hand down to your block. Right arm opens up towards the ceiling. Feel the left leg working. Engage the left thigh. Open the chest as you look up towards your right fingertips. Heel to heel on the floor. Good, and as if I was pulling you from your right fingertips. Feel that strength from your right leg. Warrior two. So pull up to stand and rebend on your front leg. Side angle pose. Left elbow to your left knee. The right arm moves all the way forward towards the top of the mat. Keep some space in between the left shoulder and the ear. Maybe hand a little bit lower to the block. Maybe a little bit lower with the block. And then open the chest. Keep that left knee moving out to the left as you open the chest. Good. Bring your right hand to the floor. Pyramid pose. Shorten your stance. Bring your right foot in 1 meter with your feet. Hip width distance apart, so open the right heel out to the right a little bit more. Backside foot 45 degrees. Grab your blocks. Inhale, lift up. And from here, exhale as you fold forward. Good, so hips facing forward towards the top of the mat. Hip width distance apart with your feet. Where can you go as you fold forward? Can you feel that left hip pulling back as the right hip pulls forward? Same body weight on your both feet. Some length through the spine. Take a moment here. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Tadasana, mountain pose. Step your right foot forward. Hip width distance apart here. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold forward. Uttanasana. As you fold here, slide bend on the knees. Grab your elbows with your hands and just hang down. Hang down for a moment. Maybe you can swing a little bit side to side or forward and back on your feet. Good. Release your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms over the head, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog Just look forward towards the top of the mat. Bend your knees, get high on your toes. And we're gonna step forward to seat on the mat. There you go, Janu Shasana. So you're gonna open that left leg out to the left and bring your right foot in. And if this bothers your right knee, you can just straighten that right leg a little bit more. Turn towards the left side. Bend your left leg to begin with. So as you bend your left leg, find this length through the lower back again. And then fold towards that left thigh a little bit. Good. Maybe you can catch your foot. Maybe you can straighten the leg completely and catch the foot. But take some time and slowly and gently pull yourself forward. Not by rounding in too much, but once again by opening the chest and finding some length as you fold into that left leg. One more breath here. Inhale, lift the chest up, keep your legs just in that position, and we're gonna twist from here. So bring your left hand to the right knee, right fingertips behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and move over towards your right side. One more breath there. Come back to center. Open your right leg out to the right. Bring your left foot in. Bend your right leg to begin with. Turn towards your right leg and then fold forward. Can you catch the foot? Maybe you can straighten the leg as you fold forward towards that right leg. Taking a few breaths here once again. Don't go forward just by rounding the spine as much as possible, but more by finding length, and re-bend the front leg, that right leg if you need to. Most of the yoga practice has to do a lot with patience. This is a practice that you hopefully want to do your whole life. So just taking care of going there slowly with control. Good. Inhale, lift up. Keep the legs there. Right fingertips to your left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and fold forward. Fold forward. Twist towards your left side. Sorry. There you go. Twist to the left. Turn forward towards the front. Stretch your legs forward in front of you. And go ahead and lay on your back for Shavasana. So find your space as you stretch your legs. And let your arms release down by your sides. Just as always, find a position that works for you to completely relax and let go. Close your eyes. Smile a little bit. And thank yourself for your practice today. Thank yourself for showing up. And I'll see you soon, back again for day 2 in our last week. Thanks for today. Namaste.